Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. What's up, y'all? Anybody here? Bueller, hello, hello. Yo, yo. What's up, y'all? So the video, let's see what the video looks like. Just getting set up right now, y'all. What up, what up? Doing some multi-streaming tonight, guys. Who's over in YouTube right now? Nobody? Ghost Town? It's okay. We're just building this thing out right now, so it's
that camera you've been thinking about buying?
That shit happens. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the likes. Appreciate it, y'all. I still need to figure out how to do the what's it called? If you're just joining on YouTube, welcome in. We're just getting started. Give me an audio check over on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up if we're sounding good over there. TikTok, I know that you guys are just coming in. Appreciate you guys. 6 people earlier. We were live earlier, guys. And I got my thing set up. Beverly, welcome back, Beverly. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we were live earlier, and I was just getting it settled, and now I figured out how to set up my live so that I'm able to like switch scenes, so that we can do top down stuff, and we can also do like display of whatever it is that I'm looking at. Also got sound effects. What up? What up? Makeup by a can. How are you? Hello. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? 700 likes, 10 people, and YouTube is still quiet, man. It takes a while. What I was saying earlier, like it's like even if the same people like are watching on one platform or another, like TikTok versus YouTube, that same person's behavior is always different on every platform, which is kind of interesting. I am a photographer from Ireland. Hello. Thanks so much the other day. I got my R50. Nice. Nice. What do you think? You made any content with it yet? Let me check out your profile. Did you make anything with it yet? Your stuff is already pretty good. Yeah, your stuff was already pretty sharp. Still disappointed about the R50 incident. Might just wait until Canon puts in stock again. Hey, man. The R50, the R50V, both are great. Both are great. Right now, I'm using the R50. Yeah, I got the R50 cooking right now. And it doesn't look its best right now because I'm like shooting through a... I might have to figure another solution out. I might have to send a dedicated signal over to TikTok. What gear do you use? Personally, I use my R5. Nice. I use an R5 as well. Yeah, the last video I posted was with the camera, but I don't know if I have the best set. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Did you notice a difference yet? Is the Canon 200D a good choice? It's at its price point. I think it's fine. You know, cameras always retain their value at what they keep their value at what they're worth. You know what I mean? They don't really differ too much. So if how much is the 200D? What do you think about the Nikon Z6 III? I like the Nikon Z6 III. I get an R10 next week. Nice. The difference is very, very clear. Yeah, great. Is an FX30 good for starting filmmaking? Hell yeah, dude. That's great. Yeah, that's great for starting filmmaking for sure. For sure. Your thoughts on the Fujifilm XM5? Solid. 244 for the... Yeah, I mean, anything under like $500, a camera is a camera, you know? Honestly, I'd rather get the R50 than the R50V since it has an EVF. Yeah, man, that's your choice, buddy. That's your choice. I tell you that I don't use my R50V for... I don't use my R50 for... Can I switch while I'm live? No, I can't. I don't use my R50V for photos whatsoever. I've taken a couple photos with it, but I don't use it for photos at all. Not because it takes bad photos, just because it doesn't have the EVF. Just here to say, I'm a papa. Okay. That reminds me of the Aaron Rodgers hype video. The Percocet video. What do you think about the Nikon Z30? Nikon Z30 is nice, dude. Nikon Z30 is nice. Let's see. How much is it brand new? Where's it at? Is the Z30 the latest one, or is there a newer one? Isn't there a Z32? I think there is, right? Or maybe there's just one. But the the 50V is 10-bit. I really wanted the 50V. Yeah, I mean for video, if you guys are looking at video, the R50V, that's the one that you really wanted. For video, not to say that you're not going to get a decent video out of the R50, but the 10-bit is pretty special, you know. It's pretty special for sure. Yeah, Nikon Z30. That's what we were looking at, right? Nikon Z30. Let's check it out. The Nikon Z30 is probably a camera that I'll eventually buy just because it's so cheap. You know, $700. It's like whatever. Comes with a little lens, a kit lens, you know. But I probably would buy the body only with no lens right here. $600. You can't beat that, dude. Full HD 120. Okay, live stream at 60. For those of you guys over on YouTube, welcome. For those of you at TikTok, hello. We're just talking shit on cameras. Right now we're looking at the Nikon Z30. And just looking at some of the specs here. By the way, guys, B&H right here is one of my favorite websites to check out because you can compare cameras. So for example, if you like the Nikon, you can go here and add to compare and then type in like the Canon R50V. And then add this to compare. And then you can go here and you can see the price differences. But also the spec differences. So thoughts on the XT50? Like the XT50? I have a Sony 6400. What do you think of that? 64 is great, Levi. Yep. Fujifilm XT50, great camera as well. Yeah, Fuji XT50. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, solid. It's a crop sensor camera. I like these cameras. I like the X series from Fujifilm. Thoughts on upgrading from the Sony A9 Mark I to the Sony A1? Ooh, you're going big time. Do you need the A1? If you need it, you know, from the A9 to the A1, like there's a couple of features that you're probably gonna need, right? So if you need it, you need it. You know, there's no substitution for it. For those of you guys joining over on TikTok, hello. If you're not following, consider doing so. We're just checking out gear. Cameras, lenses, lights, whatever you guys have questions about, let me know. Try to get them answered. I found an R10 for $900 with a good lens, but I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, $900 is probably what it's worth. The kit lenses is probably what it comes with, and you already know how I feel about kit lenses. Mastered 60D Canon as a beginner photographer. Which camera would you recommend? Canon or Sony? Canon R6. Is cameras addictive? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I want to buy a new camera, probably a Sony. You know what's a good camera for, like, because it has like a beauty mode, and I always think of like what is it, like makeup girlies that do like the lifestyle thing, that want that like that beauty filter on. The ZVE-10 II has like a beauty filter. I obviously never use it because I don't need it, right? But it does have like a button that smooths out your skin and makes you all beautiful and shit. Don't need it, but Heather, I know the feeling, Heather. I know the feeling. I would say, Heather, that if you don't need it and you want it, the other question is if you can afford it. I'm not the kind of influencer or content creator that's going to try to tell you to save your money. If you have the money, buy what you want. You know what I mean? Buy what you want. So if you don't need it, that's another thing. But if you want it, and also if you just want it and have the money, fucking buy it, dude. I have ridiculous cameras that I probably have no business owning. But I'm fortunate enough to have the funds to be able to afford it, you know? That's just the way that goes. YouTube is still a ghost town, guys. That's okay. That's okay. We're building something. Can you access Cotswold cameras? I have no idea. And please, can we talk lighting? What do you want to know about lighting? Did I show you my video about lighting the other day? You want the biggest, and what kind of scene are you trying to make? I take it by makeup, by you do women's makeup or makeup in general. I have an old Nikon D5000, would love to upgrade to a mirrorless. Do it. My thoughts are for you to do it. Flashgear.net for purchasing your lighting. Good morning. No disrespect, but you look like someone in Team Paimon. Oh, no, no problem. No, I just started to do dance competitions for a production company. Oh, sick. Yeah. The thing is, like, A1, do they have an A1 II out yet? The A1s, those are cameras that you see like at NFL games, FIFA, the Olympics. You know what I mean? Is the Fujifilm X-T50 a good camera for a beginner? It is. I need to lighten the flatters the skin. Yeah, so you need big lights. You need a light that is about 100 watts, but you need like a really big softbox. Is what you need. Get the biggest softbox that your space can support. What Canon lens do you recommend for plane spotting? 100 to 500. Got it. Save money for more glass. There you go. See, that's a great option. I think that's a really, really good option. What glass do you currently have, Heather? Yeah, what glass do you currently have? What's a good beginner mirrorless camera? I want something that can shoot good video too. R50V, Hale. DJI mic or DJI mic mini for wireless? The DJI mic 2s and 3s are really nice. Difference between the 2s and the 3s. The 2s have a headphone jack, if I'm not mistaken, and the 3s do not. The minis also do not have a microphone jack. And the 2s and the 3s record internally, where the minis do not. 70 to 200, 2.8, 24 to 70, 51.4. Dude, you got everything you need. I don't know what glass you need. You know what would be great, depending on how far you are, Heather, is to put on your list is the 50 to 150 f2. Ooh, that lens sounds really special. What do you recommend between Sony A61 and the ZVE-10 for video? I recommend the ZVE-10 II, not the ZVE-10 I. Want to get a longer lens for baseball? Yeah, you'll probably need like a 100 to 500. Okay, I have been eyeing the R50V, just the R50. Thoughts between the two? If you want to do video, it's the R50V. I actually have a. Check this out, guys. So now we have top-down angles. See, this is the R50 V here. Oh, I probably shouldn't put that on the PC. Let's see. This is the R50. I think I did a decent job with these angles, and I got sound effects, guys, too. Watch. And what lens is that? This is the 17 to 40 f1.8. If you have a crop sensor camera, this is the lens that you want, you guys. This is a really, really nice lens. 17 to 40 f1.8. Whoops, sorry guys. I'll show you. Sigma 17 to 40. Here it is. She's expensive, but she's totally worth it. Totally worth it, you guys. Hey, 2 viewers over on the YouTubes. Woohoo! YouTube community, what is going on? All 2 of you. All 2 of you. Yeah, if you guys have a crop sensor lens, this is the guy. A crop sensor camera, an APS-C camera. This lens is available for Fujifilm, Canon RF, Sony E, and the L mount. So it's widely available. It's really, really fucking good, you guys. What a smooth... Yeah, Julia, we did it. Look. Let's see. I have sound effects, too. What do you personally shoot? I saw you on my For You page. I shoot mostly Canon stuff, and I have a lot of Canon products. Yeah, I have a lot of Canon products, you guys. What's your YouTube? You can find, actually over on YouTube, I have like a horizontal view going on right now. If you guys want to check that out, you can find it in my link in bio on my profile page. I typically don't ask people to move over to YouTube because I want to meet you guys where you are. Because some people prefer TikTok for just chilling out. Some people prefer YouTube. So maybe a couple of times I'll plug my YouTube channel in. But I'm currently dual streaming or multi-streaming to TikTok. And on TikTok, you can see me horizontal. Is that a word, horizontal? I'm trying to find cameras to capture some Dreamcore picture types with small budget. What's Dreamcore? That sounds crazy. Overpriced. This lens definitely not overpriced, dude. It's very appropriately priced. Is it possible in Canon 5D R5 Mark IV with Sony lens Sigma? I don't know. I've never attached the Sony lens to a Canon camera. What do you think about the Nikon Z8? Don't they have a new one? Nikon Z8 too? Yeah, they do. Or maybe they don't. Nikon Z8. It's a professional camera, dude. 45 megapixels. Fuck. What else do you want, man? It looks like a monster, dude. Yeah. The Nikons to me look so ugly though. Like they are not cute at all. 3 viewers on the YouTube. All right, 3 viewers on YouTube. Okay. I got my first camera, R50. Want it for animals. I've got a 35 and a 100 for 100, but I need a macro. Oh, the 85. Poppy 837. The 85 RF is really nice, dude. What ND filter you have? I have a lot of ND filters. The one that I currently have, I'm not using one on this view right here. You have to add a sound that says brother. Oh, do I have one? I should look one. Brother. Beginner drone that shoots 4K. I'm not a drone guy. I think a lot of drones shoot in 4K 60 log though. What's your Insta? Heather, you can find everybody in the chat. You guys can find out my stuff in my link in bio. It's TMV Visual Media. I have all my links there. Also, you guys can check out my Amazon storefront if you're interested in any of the gear that I actually use. I have it all listed there. Actually, let me check it out. I haven't actually been on it in a little while. What I'm trying to find is like a way to get you guys to like make it super easy. Like here, you can see these are all the cameras that I own. Not every single. Actually, I've added some since then. All of the accessories, all the lenses. On this one, I built a Sony ZV-E rig, a camera rig. So everything that I used to build out my Sony ZV-E 10-2 camera rig. I'm wondering if this kind of like list is helpful to people. So like, oh, this is exactly what I need to get exactly what he has. I feel like, Dominic Toretto in Fast and the Furious when Brian Earl Spillner goes to the car shop and says, I need what Toretto has. Kind of nostalgic type. Jared June, Dreamcore. Let me look that up. I don't know what Dreamcore is. But what are you trying to do with that? Like, are you trying to create photos? Nostalgic images. Dreamcore photos. I don't even know what I'm typing in. What should I type in to see examples of photos like that? This looks weird, bro. Dreamcore. 3 viewers on YouTube. All right. What was the camera that you were showing us? The one on my desk. It's an R50V, A7 Mark III. Best camera, cheap. It's definitely cheap. It's definitely not the best camera. Totally helpful. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Julia. I'm happy with my setup, guys. I'm satisfied, I should say. I'm actually satisfied with my setup right now. Yeah, I don't know who was asking about the Dreamcore stuff. I feel like I'm shadow banned. Are you seeing my questions? What are your questions, buddy? There's a lot of people here. A lot of people, I mean, how many people are here? 13. Best Sony camera for photos that could also be a B cam for video. A7 IV. A 6400 or a ZV-E10 Mark 1? I'd probably get the A6400. I don't recommend the ZV-E10 Mark 1. Need a camera for professional and personal pics, vids, and kind of budget. A7R. Yeah, A7R4 for sure. Nikon Z8 versus the Sony A1 versus the R5 Mark II. Which one is the best? The Sony A1 is the best camera out of those for sure. For sure. By the way, guys, I'm telling you, if you guys have a chance, go to this website here, bnhphoto.com. Type in the camera that you want, like the Sony A1. Add it to a compare list. You know, that guy was asking about, and then type in the other camera, Canon R5 II. Add it to the compare, and then you said what other camera? Z8. Nikon Z8. And then add this to the compare, and then compare these items, and now you get to see all of them for the different prices. Not only can you see the prices, but you see all of the specs side by side. So this is literally what I do when you guys ask me. It's like, hey, what about this versus this? Hmm. 16 to 35 millimeter f2.8 or 24 to 70. Very different lenses. Snapshot Dreams. What do you need, bro? Like, what type of shots are you? You know, what type of shots? Both. You need to get both eventually. Is the ZV-E10 good for personal vlogs? I like the ZV-E10 too. IT, my guy. I'm planning on getting for my first ever build. 5 viewers on YouTube, guys. 5 viewers. What's up, YouTube? Everybody say hi to YouTube. They're all quiet over there. Nobody wants to engage with the YouTube from YouTube. It's okay. My first ever build, a Sony A6000 plus an f150 millimeter. Do it, bro. Wait, A7R4 or A7 IV? A7. Which one did you want? You want like a nice photo video hybrid, A7 IV for sure. Hey YouTube. Hi YouTube. Everybody's saying hi. 5 viewers over at the YouTubes. It's okay. Earlier we had a consistent like couple of viewers over there. But it's okay. It's okay. We're growing. So I'm making notes like morning times. Like I was live earlier today at 10 a.m. and I had some YouTube viewers Saturday. So I'm like collecting data and making observations as to when the audience is. Because at the very beginning, when I started doing TikTok lives, also, by the way, guys, for those of you that are in here, what kind of content are you guys actually making? Do you guys even make content? You guys even shoot photos? Or are you guys just in here lurking? The observation that I was making when I first started with TikTok was that some people are up on the weekends. Some people are up early in the morning. And I was trying going live multiple times a day to see where the traction was, to see if I could recognize any patterns. And I did that in like November and December. And eventually it got to a spot where there were some people that would consistently show up in the morning and then they wouldn't show up at night. And then consistent people that would show up at night that wouldn't show up in the morning. So just over time, as I did it more and more, it became... I was able to see similar patterns, right? Don't you think getting both will be more of a redundancy? No, you both of those lenses, Snapshot Dreams, are part of the Holy Trinity, and you need, so a 24 can't do what a 15 millimeter can, right? So it just really depends on what you're doing. Hey, we got a YouTube comment. Woohoo! Ethan Lloyd. What's up, Ethan Lloyd? Welcome in, buddy. Looking to upgrade from the A67 to an A7R5. Sick, bro, for concert photography. Would you recommend this or another camera for low light and high FPS? The A7R5 is a fantastic camera. My only concern with the low light is the A7R5 has a lot of megapixels. I think it has like 60. Cameras with high megapixels struggle a little bit more with low light. I don't want to say that they're bad or anything like that, but compared to something with like 30 megapixels or 24, those cameras tend to perform a little bit better. So I think it's it's definitely significantly better than the A6700. I'll tell you that. I definitely will tell you that. But the A7R5 is definitely a great upgrade. What do you think about the Sony ZV-E10 II? I have one. I have the Sony ZV-E10 II, and I like it. I think Sony's expensive, man. Burks Kaiser, we got another comment. What up, Burks Kaiser? Cool, thank you. Yeah, bro. Yeah, feel free to let me know if you have any other questions. The A7R5, I think, is a monster camera. 60 megapixels, bro. And you know what? Unless you're you can, with the 61 megapixels, man, you'll really be able to crop a lot. In concert photography, sometimes you need to punch in a lot because you might not be in the pit all the time. Ethan Lloyd, are you in the pit at a concert more than you're not? Or are you just in the crowd? Which is your favorite camera, Sony or Canon? Canon for sure. Thank you for the follow. How many we got over here? 11. 8 new followers over on the YouTubes, on TikTok. 9 new followers. Okay. Thinking of upgrading to an A7 III since I want to go into full frame. I have an R10 right now. What's wrong with your R10? You just want to go full frame? Why not get the R8? Hey, TikTok. Crowd or front of house mostly. Okay. Yeah. So the huge megapixel count is definitely gonna be helpful. That's an expensive camera too, bro. That's like a monster camera. I think the A7R, the Sony A7R5, I think is like $4 or $5 grand, right? Yeah, $4 grand. Whoo wee. Look at this camera, guys. 61 megapixels, bro. Fuck. 6 viewers on YouTube. All right. Crowd or front of house? I'm a Sony fanboy. A7 III, A67C. Love this new A7C. Recently added to my collection. The A7C2 is nice. If I were gonna get another Sony, which I will one day, I think I'm gonna be eyeballing the A7CR only because I want those megapixels. 4,000 for a camera that can fuck off. Yeah, that's what cameras cost. Seth, that's not even the most expensive, dude. Have you seen the Leica that I want? I want myself a Leica. I want myself a Leica. And, like, those cameras, dude, are, like, prohibitively expensive, broski. Yeah, the Leica M11. Check this out, bro. $10,000, dude. What? What do you think of the Nikon Z7 II? I don't know the Nikon Z7 II, Burks. I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, these cameras, these Leicas, dude, they're the first camera company ever. You know, they're something special, dude. There's something special. I have a goal of mine is to own a Leica one day. Maybe not the Leica M11, but like, you know, absolutely not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. But you agree playing the game means spending more time making reels and actually filmmaking? Depends on what your goals are. I'm not sure what your name is here, buddy, but depends on what your goals are. You said, I swear, if it's over 7K. What, YouTube doesn't get megapixels? YouTube doesn't get megapixels? I think they do. Oh, we got some more YouTube. Hey, 8 viewers on the YouTube. All right, all right. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the live. Hey, man, been watching for a minute. Queens, New York showing. Appreciate it. Block Society Media. God bless, man. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Today was my first day doing lives on YouTube in this format, so it's gonna start growing hopefully over time, just like TikTok did, you know. My goals for TikTok is to get to 10K by the end of March, and my goals for YouTube is to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of March. So we'll get there. Block Society Media. Got the R50V, and I decided to go with a Sigma. Bro, that lens is sick, dude. That's this lens right here, man. Did you see the new 15 millimeter that came out? That one should be really nice too. This lens right here, guys, if you have any kind of content creator that you like, chances are that they're using this Sigma 16 millimeter. This lens is so freaking good, dude. I used to have 4 of them. Now I have 3 of them. And just recently, Sigma did drop a 15 millimeter version of the f1.4. But these, if you have a crop sensor camera, the Sigma crop sensor lenses are a must buy. 100%. What do you think of the Sony A7R? I like the A7R for sure. Subscribed on 4 accounts and followed you on 3. Seth, I appreciate it, Seth. God bless. Whoa, the camera transitions are cool. Yeah. We're getting better. We're getting better. I added earlier. That's why. I also added sound effects, guys. Yeah, we like to have fun here. We like to have fun. Just bought a Sigma 24. Yeah, the Sigma 24, that's a classic one, dude. If you can't afford the first party, the Sigma 24-70 is a great buy. Is it this headphones comfortable? I'm looking for headphones. These are really nice. Yeah, these are really nice, and they come with 2 batteries, which is great. Finally upgraded my camera body. Sick. Block Society Media from YouTube says, yeah, I saw the 15, but I was a little confused when purchasing the 16 because I was going straight RF. Any difference, you think? No, the 15 is just the newer one. If you have the 16, you're going to be totally fine. I'm probably going to buy the 15 just because I have enough cameras that I can. It's a really nice focal length. 15 is really nice, and it's an f1.4. But the 16 Sigma f1.4 has been around for like 10, 15 years or something like that. So I think they're remodern, like making a new version of the lens. Giggity. What's the name, please? Can you tell us about the headphones? These headphones, you guys, here I'll show you, is the, what are these called anyways? Steel Series. Steel Series, and it's these headphones. Arctis Nova. These are the headphones that I'm currently wearing right now. They're super comfortable. I wish at the time when I bought these, they didn't come in white. But they come with 2 battery. Oh, they do have white now. Look at that. Oh, lucky. Woo, 309. Damn. Yeah, they're really nice. They have an integrated, what's it called? An integrated mic. So you don't have to use a mic, but headphone mics are always kind of like not the best, you know? I just pushed something. I don't know what happened. Okay, got you. Got you, bro. Thanks for joining. Thanks for contributing to the chat. Over on YouTube, 3 viewers. It's okay. It's okay. Will the A7 IV last in terms of future proofing? Like it's a risk of becoming outdated soon? No, the A7 V already came out, but it won't be outdated, dude. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Thanks for the likes, guys. What are we at? 7K likes? Okay. I have no idea how to check my likes over on YouTube. I'm just gonna give myself some hearts here. Canon RF to EF adapter, which one you recommend? I recommend the Canon branded one. Yeah, the Canon branded one for sure. I have seen some complaints on it. I ended up opting for the Lumix. That's a great choice, Joe Malcolm. What do you think of the Lumix, bro? Lumix is sick, dude. Lumix is really liking. I was looking at the Lumix S5, S1, S1R. Yeah, the S1R2, this guy right here. It's pretty amazing in my opinion, dude. Pretty incredible. Burks Kaiser from YouTube. Hello, Burks Kaiser. What do you think about the A7 III? I think the A7 III is solid. Keep in mind, guys, the price of the A7 III. Check out these used prices. The A7 III and the and what's it called? The Sony A7 III versus the actually, let's go over here. Let's compare these. Sony A7 III. Add this. And then add the 4. Like, in my opinion, what's that price difference right there? 17 to 22. 500 bucks? Like, for a $500 price difference, it's really tempting just to save up a little bit longer and get the a much newer camera, right? Also, if you check these prices on the used market, you're gonna see probably a smaller gap. So it is worth checking out, you know. Ethan Lloyd, what about the A1 versus the A7R? The A1 is better, for sure. The A1's a better camera. It's used like new and it's a bargain. Does the Sony A67 currently have a 51? Should I go up? I'm not sure what you're asking, Mila. What are the most important things to look out when buying used Sony? So I only buy used stuff from reputable resellers like MPB, B&H, KEH, Adorama. So the A7 IV is better. Yeah, the A7 IV is definitely a better camera for sure. Yeah, the A7 III is the older version of the A7 IV. It's a newer camera. But what I was saying, Burks, is like, go over here to B&H Photo and B&H Photo and Video.com. Just Google it and then type it in, and here you get to see like the differences that they made. So from the A7 III to the 4, they added a different sensor, 24 megapixels compared to 33 megapixels. They added a new screen. They added it's just newer technology, right? So there's a lot of and it's my opinion that if there's only a $500 price difference, it's totally worth saving up for the 4. What do you guys think over on TikTok? Is that like a crazy thing to say? $500 to me is like, if it was $700, $1,000 price gap, I'd be like, get what you can afford. But for $500, that's in that range where I'm like, we should probably get the other one. Megapixels. Not when it's 1,700. I think it is, man. I think it is worth it, dude. $500 is like a lot better. And now 2,200 is the A7 IV brand new, but the A7 V. So if we go and type in watch this, we'll do this just for shits and giggles. Sony A7 V. And now if we look at these, again, guys, I really do encourage you guys to check out this website. I should add links to my YouTube. That's what I'll probably do. 5 viewers on YouTube. Woohoo. Yeah, Tony, exactly right. Exactly right. But Tony, what we were talking about earlier, I'm not sure if you were here for it, is like the price gap between the A7 III to the A7 IV was what? $500 price difference, I think? 17 to 22. Math is hard. What is that, guys? What is that? 2,200 minus 17. $500. Math is not that hard. Yeah, now going from the A7 III to the A7 V, that's a massive $1,000, almost $1,200 price jump, $1,100 price jump, right? So, question from the YouTube. Question: I've been shooting Canon since the 2Ti and now the R6 Mark II. Nice. R50V, but is it me or Sigma compliments Canon? No fanboy. It's all good, but it seems. Yeah. So the Sigma RF glass is like really, really good. Sigma works really well with Canon. They have a really good relationship. There are some differences. Like, for example, if you put your Sigma glass on a Canon, the autofocus points are different. So they did limit the Sigma glass, and Canon isn't unique to this. Every camera maker, including Sony and Nikon, nerfs third-party lenses. They don't give them full access to the capabilities of the camera. That happens all the time. Should I try to get it under a certain amount? Sensor maybe. Don't know what that number is though. Try new link features. Okay, nope. Sony supports third party though. Sony does support third party, but they still limit, and so does Canon. Canon has a relationship with Sigma, but it's only for the crop sensors. But Sony's in a little bit of trouble because they opened up their mount to everybody, and now their cameras are more expensive than other camera brands. Not by a lot, but they are more expensive. And Sony also recycles a lot of their parts. Again, not dissing on Sony, but Sony does fucking nickel and dime. And they do that because they have third-party lenses available to everybody. Everybody can get a turn, right? And now they have to nickel and dime their customers. And because of that, customers do suffer in the end. So... I was thinking of getting a used R50 and use like new, and it's a bargain. Yeah, the R50 is nice, Seth. I'm using the R50 right now. Granted, I don't have the best image on my R50 going to my TikTok because it's a little stretched out, and I need to solve for that. I haven't figured it out yet. Is an A6000 good for a beginner on a very limited budget to start learning? Yeah, yeah, Yusuf, for sure. He was asking the shutter count when buying used, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah, it counts. I don't know how to get an accurate reading. Usually, you have to go to a manufacturer to get a proper shutter count. I tried to get a shutter count for my Canons, and I couldn't find an application that worked. You have to like get it sent in and shit. Is the ZVE10 good? I got it today. The ZVE10's fine. I think you need a special tool for Sony. You need a special program, I think. Yeah, you need a special program that reads the metadata. On old DSLR cameras, the shutter count was available in the metadata of the file, but now they're not. But you can think of shutter count as like you can think of shutter count like mileage on a car, right? Hey, we're getting some emotes on YouTube. Woohoo! Look at that. What do we got? 5 viewers on the YouTube. Okay, guys. We're like professional content creators now. Look at us. Look at us go. For the people that are over on TikTok, by the way, would you guys like if I added a horizontal view on TikTok? I could do that moving forward. It wasn't that big of a pain in the ass to do it. And my computer handled it like a champ, like no issues. Yeah, it's like purring over there. Did you try the Canon EOS Digital Info Canon app? I did. I tried everything. B&H lists the shutter count on used cameras. Is there a number to stay under? I would just buy the one that has the least. I don't think there's like a number to stay under. You definitely don't want to buy that has 100,000. You know what I mean? Will say, I found your page by the way of R50V, but the Canon, the cages, rigs, I've learned a lot. It's like the R50V didn't exist amongst a few, you know? Yeah, the R50V, the small rig cages on the R50V is really, really nice, dude. And for whatever reason, they didn't have the small rig cage. Is this a little too dark, you guys? It is a little dark, isn't it? They didn't have the cage for the what is my focus not doing? There it is. The small rig cage. I needed it because the camera was like really, really small, and like it was a pain in the ass. By the way, this top-down shot right now, guys, is filmed using a R50V. I have 2 of these cameras. That's how good it is. I like the horizontals. I might add it to the horizontal. I might add the horizontal view. Only because this top down. So I won't take away the vertical view. I won't take away the vertical view. That'll still be an option. But the problem is that on my view over here, it'll look a little different. Let me see. Can I add another... add another scene? It just, because I have to crop in, the quality of the horizontal of the vertical isn't as high as it normally is. And like me, I'm really particular with the image that I project, you know. Spotter from France. Man, I just been scammed by someone giving... Yeah, don't get scammed, guys. Don't get scammed. That's one of the reasons why I never recommend buying from Facebook Marketplace or like any site that isn't the ones that I've mentioned, because there's a lot of scams, unfortunately. I have a Sony ZV-E10, but was thinking about upgrading to the A7 IV. You think I should? The A7 IV is a solid upgrade for sure. For sure. I'm not bothered about quality, to be fair. Yes. Yeah, Seth, thanks for saying that. I am, though. I am. Like, I want to, like, I'm presenting myself as, like, a visual and audio and, like, lighting expert, so I need my visuals to be on point, right? And not to say that this looks bad, but it is a little pixelated because I'm punching in a little bit. Could you compare the Canon R50 and the 90D? I don't have the 90D. I don't have the 90D. Juan Pedro, what up, Juan Pedro? Hey, man, hoping you're doing great. Do you think there will be a Sony FX Mark II anytime soon? I think it'll be this year. Yeah, I think it'll be this year. I don't know if they make... I don't think they have the 90D anymore, Seth. Canon 90D. Yeah, I don't think that they do. I don't think they even have it to compare. Oh, here it is. Yeah, cool. So let's do this. And which one? The R50V? Damn, the 90Ds. Oh, it's on the gray market. Ooh. Yeah, the mirrorless camera in the R50, right? Let's see. Canon R50. R50. And I don't know anything about the gray market, so... Yeah, truthfully, I wouldn't... I don't know. This is still expensive, dude. I would not buy a DSLR for $1,200. 32 megapixels? Look at that. Wow. Digital video. Stills in video. Mechanical focal plane shutter. Okay. $10 FPS. 15 FPS. Resolution up to 7 frames. Got it. 28 frames JPEG. Got it. Okay. 14-bit. Yeah, it looks like the 90D is a better camera for sure. I wouldn't pay $1,200 for it though. Is the R50 with a 50 millimeter good? Yeah, it's good for portraits for sure. Can you talk about the lighting setup you got? The lighting that I got here is from Zhiyun. Actually, I can probably show you. Let's see. Do I have my lighting kit here? Mics and audio, YouTube setup. Here it is. Is this it? No, I don't have it here. Look at that. Yeah, I can talk about it for sure. So, Zhiyun. Zhiyun lights. So, I use all Zhiyun lights. This brand right here, guys. And it's... I like it because they have... what's it called? These lights right here, the X100 Pros, these could be powered via USB-C. This one right here is an a 100 watt, and it has pretty much everything that you need. I did add a massive, it comes with this thing right here, that connector piece. That's a Boeing's mount adapter. And then all that I did after that was, so I have these lights. I have this one here, and I have another one behind me that you guys probably can't really see right now, but it's lighting the back of me. And then I have Boeing's mount. So Zhiyun modifier. And then I bought the biggest modifier that I could find, like these ones here. And that's what gives me the massive soft light. They have 60 centimeters and 90 centimeters. For you beauty girlies and makeup girlies, what you really want is the biggest light source that you can get. And the light source comes from getting something like this. A big modifier. On its own, it comes with a little rinky-dinky one, like a little tiny one like this big. But you want to get something that's big. So those are the lights that I got, and I chose these lights, you guys, because they're small. They break down really into a small form factor, but they can be powered via a USB-C brick instead of having this massive charging brick. The reason why I chose that is because I am a one-man band, and I don't want to be lugging around these massive lights. What's the best way to learn low light photography? You learn the best by doing it. By doing it, you guys. I need to add these to my list. I need to figure out how to do that. Let me make a add Zhiyun lights. I also have some YouTube videos on these lights. Yeah, on my YouTube channel, guys, I have like videos galore. And here you guys can see I have, how many videos does it have? 573 fucking videos, dude, where I go into like great depth of like how to make content creation on a budget, what gear to use on a budget, some of the cameras that I've bought, the DJI Pocket 3 video I made here. I've made a ton of videos over the years. It would be so much easier with a mirrorless because if I'm correct, you see a live through. Yep, 100%. R50V with a 24. What do you think? That lens is buns. The 24 to 105 f4 7.1 is buns. If you're gonna get it used. Yeah, get it used. I'm telling you, that lens is awful, man. And I need you guys to believe me because I've used them. I've used them. I rarely call shit that's shitty because I've never used, like I've had them in my hand. Like I've used these things. You know what I mean? That's why I say the R100 is awful. The 100 to 400 is awful. The 24 to 105, that kit lens is garbage sauce. Tony, did I answer your lighting question, Tony? I think I did, right? What video editor software you prefer? I use Adobe products. Yeah, I use Adobe products. Viewer activity. What does this do? No super chats. Excellent. Stream is healthy. Tag, shop, and earn. Tag products. Stores. Maybe I'll do that. R50. They made shopping on YouTube a lot easier. I might as well just add these. Save. Why not? You can now buy directly from a video, which is crazy. What cam lens combo for casual camera, outdoor, travel, 1-to-1? The R50V is really nice. The R50 is nice, casual. If you want something like a point and shoot, something really easy, the PowerShot from Canon, the PowerShot V1 is really nice. Yeah, thanks. I have a Tamron 100 to 400. Yeah, I'm talking about a Canon 100 to 400. Have you used the Viltrox 85? I have not. I have not. It looks really cool though. I don't know that lens, Seth. More so videography, but my bad, forgot to specify. The R50V. Actually, this combo right here, I mean, it's a little big. It's a little big, but this combo right here, this R50V with this lens is right around that price point. This camera is $600 and this lens is about 900 to 1,000. So you're right around the $1,500 range. This is a really nice little video camera. with 10-bit video that shoots in a log format, and this lens is a 17 to 40 at an f1.8. It's a really really nice combo. Really nice combo. I have all of this stuff, you guys, also listed on my Amazon storefront. I'm pretty sure. I think I did. Lenses. Yeah, I have everything here. Here it is. 17 to 40. And then I have the camera. I think I've added it here. Here it is right here. Look at this. Yo, I made a YouTube video. In December, this camera was retailing for 570 or 560 bucks. I almost bought a third one. They did it did go up in price, but when it was $500, I was like, no, $570, I was on the verge of getting another one. I have two of them, by the way. Do you recommend to purchase on BH? I like BH, yeah. ZV-1 or FX3? FX3, for sure. For sure. What do you think of the R6 III? I love the R6 III. I have one right here. R6 III right here. R6 Mark III. Yeah, R6 Mark III is a dream camera. This camera is like a dream to a lot of people. Like people that are wedding photographers, just like, you know, just getting started into photography. This is a camera that is like really, really impressive. Really nice combo. Really nice features. Really, really great. Hey man, looking at Sony, my jobs are around 3K each. I do shoot video and photo, 67 thoughts. If you can afford the A7 IV, the A7 V, I'd probably go for that. Is the B&H credit card worth it? You can save sales. So I don't know. I don't have a B&H. Do I? I think I do have a B&H credit card, but I got it as a promotion. I don't know, man. I don't really recommend people. I don't advise people to go into debt for camera gear. So that'll be on you. I don't really comment on that, just because I don't want anybody to go into like debt for camera gear. Seen a lot of people recommend the ZV-E10 instead of the R50V. What makes you prefer the Canon? So I have the ZV-E10 II, and I also have the R50V. The R50V is $600, and the ZV-E10 II is $1,000. I have an R6 Mark II. A camera good for live streaming. R50V. Also the R50 is really nice. Guys, if you're brand new here over on TikTok, welcome in. We're just chatting about camera gear, lenses, and a bunch of stuff. I'm going through some choices over here. If you're brand new here, consider following if you're not already. Also, feel free to jump into the conversation and ask any questions. I'll try to get to it. Do you have an R5 Mark II? I do. I do have an R5 Mark II. My photography page is Trenton Williams Photography. Cool. Very cool. 3 viewers on the YouTube. All right. If I had unlimited money, guys, I'd probably be looking at this camera right here, though. I think I've showed you guys already a couple times. But this, I'd get the body only. No lens right here. Look at this. And then I'd purchase my own lens. $3,000 for this is really nice, you guys. And I also have a Canon C400. Nice, dude. Which one is better, the R63 or the R52? Please, can you tell us a bit of details? The R52 is better. If you can afford the R52, you should check out the R52. The R63, though, is plenty of camera, though. Yeah, the C400, I know it's a cinema camera for sure. How can I take sharp group photos indoors? Light. You gotta have plenty of light. Any thoughts on the Sony ZV-E10 II? I like the 10 II. Very nice. I'm about to pull the trigger. I've been debating on the R50V or the ZV-E10 for weeks. Yeah, I own both of them. I have the ZV-E10 II in all, in all white. Yeah, I have it in all whites. I like the all white. Really nice. Really, really nice. Which one should I keep? I want to sell one. Love both, but I have to sell one. I don't know. Depends on what you get paid for. T21. That sounds great, dude. That sounds pretty advanced, dude. It sounds like you know what you're doing. I only have one cinema camera, and I barely know how to use it. Barely. But I'm learning. I am learning. The autofocus is hunting me for some reason. I wonder why that is today. Maybe I need more light? Who knows? Pump this up a little bit. The most expensive lens and camera? The C4, that's not the most expensive lens and camera, dude. Yeah, definitely don't recommend stuff on Marketplace because you might get stabbed. What's the best lens for cinematic and photography? What's cinematic? What does cinematic mean, Jay? Is it RF 1.245? Yeah, I have that lens as well. It's nice. It's a little soft at 1.2, but it's a $500 lens. I only have the R6 Mark II and the Canon C50. Nice, dude. That's a nice combo. Yeah, that's definitely a nice combo for sure. When people say cinematic, I think of Pride and Prejudice walking scene. I don't even know what that scene is. I'm going to have to look that up. What are your thoughts on buying a used R50 on Amazon? I would only buy from on Amazon if the Amazon seller had a good amount of stars. Should I go for the Viltrox 85 1.8 FE or the Viltrox 85? I don't know the difference. Obviously, 1.8 versus the F2. That's a pretty small. I don't know. Check out the Parker. Check out the what's it called? Some videos for that one. For wildlife, should I go with a 1.4 extension or the 1.6 on? I don't know. I've never used extension tubes. I would check out to see what lenses you have that are compatible, because not all lenses are compatible. Yeah, not all lenses are compatible with the extensions. What's YouTube doing? 3 viewers. Oh my god. 3 viewers on YouTube. Nope, no problem. Only 56 people have seen my stream over there. So YouTube needs more time to like. I need to go live more often to get more people like engaging with it. Over here on TikTok, my stream has been shown to 878 people. Big difference, dude. Big difference. My views be slow as well. Yeah, but it takes time, man. My YouTube channel is a little bit older, but I've just started going live, so it'll take some time, dude. My videos, though, I like my videos because they do a lot better than my shorts. Philly Steak, hello, Philly Steak, how are you? Thank you for contributing to the chat over on YouTube. Philly Steak, where is the best Philly cheesesteak from? He's going to say Geno's. Watch. What's a good camera to start taking pictures of cars? Any camera can take a picture of a car. I think when I think of like, you know, subjects to take pictures of, I think more of the lenses. The lenses that I would take pictures of cars with is probably something wide, like a 24-70 on a full frame or a 18-50 on a crop sensor. What was the R50 lens you recommend? This one right here, you can find it on my Amazon page. It is the Sony, the Sigma. Here it is. 17-40 Sigma. It's linked in my link in bio right up here if you want to check it out. Where do I find it? Right here in my profile picture. Is the Sony 6100 a good camera? It's all right. Yeah, it'll definitely take pictures of cars. For sure. The lens that you'd probably want to get is something like an 18-50 millimeter Sigma f 2.8 for that 6100 Ramirez. John's Roast. I never been there. I got to check. Where is it? John's Roast Pork in Philly. I got to check that out. If it's in this, here it is. Snyder Avenue. Ooh, that's kind of close to where I get my hair cut. Is it? Oh, no, never mind. It's pretty far down there. Damn. This is down by, what is this? Delaware Ave? Yeah, Delaware Ave. There's a Walmart over here, guys, in this area that is probably, this one right here, probably the worst Walmart that I've ever been to in my whole life, dude. Delaware Ave. I took some pictures of some ducks over here one time. Sony A6100 or Sony 6000. I'm buying my first camera. Buy the better one. Buy the better one. How many cameras are you using right now, and how did you switch, dude? How do you switch, dude? Any software? What do you mean? I'm just using one camera right now. Oh, 2 cameras actually. Yeah, I have 2 cameras. I got this one right now where I can like show my stuff, show my desktop, and then actually I can like punch this out a little bit. And that's I don't know if you guys can see it on TikTok. No, you can't. You can kind of see it in the frame on YouTube. John's Roast in Pork in Philly, though. I'm going to have to check that out for sure. Why was it the worst? It was a Walmart. It's a Walmart that gets, like, people die there. Like, people get shot there all the time in the parking lot. It's just that area isn't, like, really crime-filled or anything like that, but just a lot of weird shit. Oh, you know why? It's because over there in that area, there's a lot of bars and strip clubs. Emphasis on the strip clubs. Like this area over here on this map, there's a ton of strip clubs. I've never been to any one over there because they're all like the kind of strip clubs. It's not like Vegas. They're like the strip clubs that you don't want to go to. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of bars and strip clubs in this area, and that Walmart is just riddled with all kinds of shit are happening over there. And and then I went there one day just to like, cause I was over there for some reason. Why was I over there? Um, it's one of those Walmarts that nothing is on the shelves and everything is on pallets in the middle of the aisle. And they don't have any employees there, like everybody quits or whatever. I've read a bunch of it and seen a lot of articles about it. Everybody quits, there are like zero employees. So the people, the customers have to like pick through pallets of stuff to get like to do shopping and stuff. Walmart next to degeneracy, not a good combo. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, so this area of Philadelphia, I don't want to say it's a bad, it's definitely not a bad neighborhood, but over here it's called the shipping yard, the shipyard. And here is where there's like a bunch of ships that come in, and like it's a perfect place for strip clubs. Like those strip clubs do really well over here. And then over here are the what's it called? The stadiums. The stadiums are also over here. So this is where the over here in this area, where are they? Yeah, the stadiums are over here somewhere. Oh, Lincoln Financial Field. This is where the Eagles play. Yeah, the Eagles play over here. And the 76ers play over here. It's not a bad area, but just this little corner right here, you don't want to be over there. Seth, thanks for stopping in, Seth. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm thinking about getting the R10 for wildlife photography. What do you think will do the job? Yeah, the R10 is nice. I like the R10. R10 is good. The one thing that I do tell people, Philly Steak, about the R10 is, again, check out the price differences, especially used, between the Canon R10, which is this one right here, and then the R7. So when you compare these prices, again, guys, it's a $500 price difference. And I can tell you with great confidence, I own both of these cameras. The R7 is a far superior camera. And it's not that much more expensive. Again, to me, 500 to 600 bucks is where I'm like, ooh, I should probably wait a little bit and like go up to the next one. The R7 is just a million times better than the R10 for like, and again, check out the used prices, Philly Steak. So if you can wait a little bit longer, save up a little bit more cash, you can get Canon's top of the line crop sensor camera, which is the R7. I have it as well. Yeah, I have it as well. Let's see. R50. I'm starting videography, photography, which is better, A7 II with a 24 to 70 or ZVE 10 50 millimeter? Oof. The ZVE 10 II. The A7 II is a little too old for me. Ramirez, which one do you think is a better camera? I'm between the 61. The 64 is better. For sure. Is the R100 with the 50 or just taking pics? No, the R100 is not good for anything, Renzo. Renzo, you know this already, bro. You know this already, man. I know, dude, you love Canon, but Max comment about Sony. Max comment about Sony? I'm planning to buy a Canon G7X Mark III. Is it worth it? It is not worth it. It is not worth it. They're too overpriced. What do I get? A Sony 64 or a Canon EOS R50 when it comes to pictures? Both of those are really good. I would choose, if you're brand new to photography, I would check out the 6400. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the follow. Okay, I'm just getting the R50 with a 50 millimeter. I think that's better. The 50 millimeter is a little tight, but you know, you can get a new lens later on. You can get a 28 millimeter, or you can get like a Sigma lens or a 16 millimeter. Which is better, the Fujifilm X-M5 or the Sony? I don't know. If you want to do photos, I like the Fuji a lot. It's A6700. Hey, I just got a Sony A7 III. What are 3 good lenses for wide angle, zoom, regular zoom, and tele? Guys, what do you think I'm going to tell Harold here? What do we think? Harold is asking, I just got a Sony A7 III. What are 3 good lenses? Wide angle, regular zoom, and tele. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Don't embarrass me in front of Harold. I bought a 67. Can't wait to use it. Nice. Yo, what game should I play on Roblox? I don't know. Damn, you guys suck. Harold, what you need to get is called the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity of lenses. You can Google that. Actually, what happens when you Google Holy Trinity of lenses? Holy Trinity of lenses. You guys let me down today. Here we go. Let's do this Google together. The Holy Trinity of lenses refers to a set of 3 zoom lenses of constant f2.8, typically wide angle, standard, and telephoto. Look, it's almost like you copy and pasted this, Harold. I got your answers, bro. I got your answers right here. So what you need is a 16-35 or a 15-35, a 24-70, and a 70-200. You guys, I'm not making this shit up, man. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, guys. Which 3 lenses would I need for the ZVE-10? Same thing. Holy Trinity. Chandra, I usually doing travel street photos. Which lens is best for the APS-C, 25 or 35? Depends on what you want, Chandra. I like the 25. 3 viewers on YouTube. Woohoo! What up, YouTube? How's it going? We're just talking about cameras. Talking about cameras and looking at B&H, MPB, and Amazon. What up, Easy? Thanks for jumping in. I haven't gotten any violations on TikTok, guys. Is it good? Godox FV150. I'm looking for light. Do you recommend? I've never used that light. I do recommend the brand Godox, though. 4 viewers on YouTube. Sony 64, Canon G7X Mark III. Definitely not the G7X Mark III. 6400 is nice. I'm always here for the learning opportunity, bro. All right, all right. Jackson Slom, I just bought a Sony 6300. What lens do you recommend that are around $200 to $300 price range? There's a lot of lenses. Depends on what you're shooting, man. Easy, thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What are your recommendations for travel? When I travel around, I like to take my Fujifilm X106 when I'm just doing photos. My everyday camera is a R50V. It's actually this camera right here. This is my everyday carry. So, like, this is what I take with me everywhere. It's primarily a video camera, but I just really like this form factor and really like this camera a lot. A lot. This is the Canon R50V with a 17-40 Sigma f1.8. Really, really great video camera. Carlos, is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro decent for vlogging, streaming, and action vlog? I would get the Action 6 since there's a new one that came out. What camera are you using to stream? I have a Sony a7 IV. This is a Canon R50. Canon R50 with a 12mm lens. Easy, thank you for the rose. Appreciate it. Oh, over on YouTube, you guys can see my my light in the back, the Zhiyun light that I was talking about earlier. You can see it over there. Should I buy a Nikon D710 or a D800 at this time? I just use it for taking photos. I don't know either of those cameras. I don't know much about DSLR cameras, mostly mirrorless cameras. Vin Nguyen. Thanks for the question, though. Camera care, do I go with a case or a cage? I put all of my cameras in cages, but cages aren't really, they don't really take care of your camera. Like if you drop your camera, it's getting smashed regardless. So I don't use my cages to like protect them. I use them for mounting options. They have a bunch of like holes all over them, you know, different spots. If you guys can see like all the cameras that are sitting on my desk right now. Let's see, can I zoom in here? All of these like threads and stuff. It also adds more grip all around here. And this is an Arca Swiss base plate. So you can slide this onto a tripod. This is my C50. And this also has a cage on it, you know, so all the mounting holes on it. But usually this doesn't protect your camera. You know, it'll protect it from like setting it down on something. It won't get like so scuffed up and shit, you know. But I use it because of its practical reasons. It has an Arca Swiss base plate at the bottom. So, and Arca Swiss is universal, you know. But this one specifically I got because the camera was small. So this one did serve a different purpose. So that I could have like a better grip on it. You know what I mean? R50V. If you have just one lens, which would you use it? 24 to 70 for sure. Leesky, very informative and helpful insights. My hobby, great job explaining, teaching. Thanks, Leesky. Appreciate it. I have a Canon R5 Mark II. Is it fit case with the cage? You need to look up the cage specifically to that camera. They're not universal. They do sell universal cages, but just get the one that's meant for your camera. Hey, need help? Canon 740 HS valid for a small digital camera for photos? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little point and shoot, right? How much is that camera versus the... Let's go to B&H. Versus the 740. Canon 740 HS. Let's see. B&H. Is it older? It's probably older by now, huh? Yeah, $500. I would probably, I mean, for $500, you know me, guys. You know me. Because the Canon PowerShot is not that far off and it's brand new. Yeah, I'd look at this one. Yes, it's more money, but this literally just came out in December. This one also has a fan. I accidentally ordered 2 cages when I got the FX3, so I had to buy an FX30. You had to buy an FX30 for 2 cages that you bought, right? You sound like me, man. Best lens for photography and some video, Sony Alpha 64. I like the 18 to 50 Sigma f2.8. Jordan Mersha, sell my R5 Mark 1 to get a C50. I don't know if you need it. Dude, autofocus isn't good. It's going off. What lens is it? This autofocus is going off. I think it's because something else is going on. I'm not exactly sure. The autofocus on my top down should be fine. What is that right there? I don't even know what that's saying right now. Yeah, the autofocus over here is again this for some reason this I need to figure out a solution for this so I can get a better stream. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, it's like moving around, huh? Every time I move and it loses my eye. Yeah. Yeah, like grabs my head and it loses my eyeball. I see what's happening. I think I need to be sitting more like this. I have the auto eye focus, but maybe it's not sticky enough. Maybe I'll change that. Is no IBIS on the C50 that big of an issue? No, most video cameras don't have IBIS. Like proper video cameras don't have IBIS. It's like warm in my room today. It's February. I doubt I need AC, but we'll turn on the AC for a little bit. For the 3 lenses I asked about, what brand do you think is best to go for? Are the G Masters are definitely worth it, but they are crazy expensive. Will you notice much of a difference? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Krishna, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Before you go, double tap your screen and get this like live out to more people. Also follow if you're not. Hamulat Productions. Himulat? Is an A6400 still good to buy? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Wow, the AC, that feels a lot better already. Wow. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm definitely going to fix this view. Actually, I could probably fix this right now. No, I'll just fix it tomorrow. What lens do you recommend for the 64? Depends on what you do. Depends on what you do and what you need it for. An easy lens to recommend is a Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter. The f2.8, that one's really nice. Jesus Christ.
Supposed to work out. You know, we don't do what.
How about the Sigma 28 to 70? For the 6400, that'll be like really punched in. That'll be really punched in because that's a full frame sensor, right? Sorry, guys. Checking my messages. Always looking for opportunities to do more work. Always. Currently rocking the A7 III plus Sony 85 1.4 G Master. Do you recommend an upgrade? Dan Flex Tunes, if you're happy with your A7 III, man, just keep using it. You know, the A7 IV did get a new sensor, but again, if you're happy with what you got, just keep rocking it, you know? I'm torn between the 28 to 70 contemporary, the art for sure. For sure. Did you look at the 17 to 40 f 1.8 art lens? That one's really nice. Are kits scams? I don't want to say they're scams. They're for the normies though. They definitely are for the normies. Kits are good if you have no idea what the fuck's going on. You know, kits are for people that did zero research and zero like zero anything. They just wanted to go to Target or Best Buy and buy something that had everything in one box. And that's most people that they're priced so aggressively, right? Like if I go over to Amazon, right? If I go to Amazon and look at like the Canon uh, T7i kits, I actually don't even know where should I. Is it on Google? Let's just Google it. Yeah, like these kits right here. 699 75. This, by the way, this 75 to 300 is known universally as probably the worst lens of all time. Yeah, it's garbage. They sell it at Target too, I think. Let's see, Best Buy. Here it is. Here it is. Is there a problem if I get an APS-C body and a full frame lens kit? No, you're just gonna forget. Remember that there's a what's it called? A crop factor. These are the kits right here, guys. These are what I'm talking about. Look at this. EOS R100 for 679. Garbage, bro. Oh, here they made a new lens, 75 to 300 RF. Look at this. I think I saw another one too. Where was it? Is it this one? This is the R50. This one actually isn't half bad. This one isn't terrible. The little mic is fine. The little stand is fine, but it's $1,000. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, man. No way. What about the R50V kits? Are they cooked? It's the lenses, bro. The lenses are just like mediocre at best. And like the problem is like if you really want the kit lens, just buy the body only. Unless from the body only price to the kit price, unless it's like a $50, $75 difference, the kit is not worth the price of the lens. So what I'm saying is if the body only price is $600 and then the kit price is $800, that lens is not worth $200. If you insist on buying that lens or getting that lens, buy it used because you can probably find it for $100, $75. Excuse me. That's what I mean. Gotcha. Yeah, like the kit for the let's see, let's go to what is the 14 to 35, I think. 14 RF 14 to 35, or is it the 45? I think it was a PZ lens. 14 to 35, I think it was. I forget. PZ. 14 to 30. Here it is. So let's see what this goes for used. Control copy. Let's go to MPB. All right, so check this out, guys. This is the lens that comes with the R50V kit lens. Brand new, it's $369, right? But when you go to buy it used, it's $159. So what I'm saying is, like, when you go get the kit, like, if you really want the kit lens, whatever it comes with, just buy it used and don't buy it included, because they're pricing the kit with this price in mind, and it's definitely not worth that, right? The math just isn't mathing, you guys. Let's find out, what is the R50V kit. Here it is. Okay, so here's the exact lens, the exact same thing, and let's use math is hard. So let's pull up a calculator real quick. So the kit price is $849. Whoops. $849 minus the body only is $619. So they're selling you the lens for $230. $230 for the lens only, you guys, right here. And we know that the value of this lens is used is $159, and without the kit, it's $369. So they are giving you a deal on it brand new. But what is better is for you to go and where was it? Amazon. I already lost it. Whoops. It's better for you just to buy the body only and then buy a used kit lens. Was that helpful? Was that helpful, you guys? Hello, sir. Please, can you help me get a camera? I'm in Ghana. You should buy one, Talkwise. I currently have a Fujifilm XS S20. I will have extra budget for another camera, rig my gear, and light. Very helpful to put it into perspective. Yeah, the kit lenses are just mediocre. They're just mediocre. They're just not worth it. And that example, I encourage you guys, when you're looking at the kit, to do the exact same thing that I just did. See what it's worth brand new, and see what it's worth used. And if you really want the shitty kit lens, just buy it used, and you save a couple dollars. Or just not use it at all, not buy it at all, and buy something that is actually pretty good, like a Sigma lens. Two viewers on YouTube. All right. I have a Fujifilm 23 f2, Samyang 12 f2, and a Sigma 100 or 400 with them. I have a cage, mic, and top handle. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know your gear list, Maple Experience. I'm not sure why you're telling me all this, Maple Experience. D850 still good? I have no idea. I've never used it. What should I get as a camera? What mount are those? What mount are those lenses? You should get the the camera that belongs to that camera. X mount. I have an XS20. Okay. Maple Experience. I'm not sure what you're asking me. What was your first question, buddy? Mystery Demon, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. I think tomorrow what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set up another camera that is just for TikTok. I'm trying to think in my head how I'll do that so that you guys can still see over here a switch. I think I'll know what I think I know what I'll do. I think. I have a budget of 2,200 Canadian. Need to buy a camera, a few lights, mobiles. Check out my. You need to buy another camera. Buy another Fujifilm. That doesn't. If you buy the Fujifilm, the lights that I use are from Zhiyun. I was just talking about them earlier. The Zhiyun lights are really mobile. And the monitors, you can get a Viltrox monitor. Let's see, I have everything over here. I think I have everything over here, right? Canon cameras, mics and audio. Yeah, I have a whole list already. I have mics here. This is everything that I own. This is the Viltrox monitor that I recommend. Look, 4 times. I've bought this fucking thing 4 times. Yeah, I've bought this monitor. I have 4 of them. They're really, really nice, in my opinion. There's probably better ones by now. The last time I bought one was in October. Yeah, they were really good. My mics are here. My cables are here. My lenses are here. I need to update this list, actually. Canon camera rigs. Yeah. A better camera and keep the XT5, right? I think you're over your budget at $2,200 though. Is it the XT5? XT5, I think. Yeah, this one. Yeah, you're at 2,000. Man, Fujifilms are so good looking. Look at these cameras. I don't think any camera can film 4K 120 for $2,000, dude. Yeah, I mean, you have 2,000, the XH2. Then get the XH2. XH2. XH2S. You said your budget was $2,000 though. Isn't that what you said? Yeah, so I definitely don't take into consideration marketplace values, man. And I don't recommend people do what you want. I don't recommend people go to marketplace to get cameras. Cuz I don't want you to get stabbed. Yeah, I don't want you to get stabbed, scammed, ripped off, assaulted. Yeah. I only recommend people to buy from reputable resellers. And if you're buying used, buy from somewhere that has a return policy, that has a warranty. Um, this is a lot of money, you guys. You got to think about that, right? There are scams galore across the board with anything that's high value. Cameras are no exception. People are going to take advantage of you. Um, you know, and you're going to deal with shady people. So I just prefer to deal to pay the premium. And it's not even a premium, it's what they're worth. Buy them from places that have like actual return policies, warranties, and have like customer service. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm a student. I've heard so many. I get it. I get it. I've heard so many horror stories of people getting scammed. You know, that it's like not even. It's not even that. They take advantage of you, man. They take advantage of you. The camera's busted, and then they change their number. They buy like a $20 track phone that they disconnect, and then what do you do? And now you just wasted 2 grand. Have you ever been scammed buying? I have never, but it's because I've never been scammed. But when things are way too good to be true, man, and again, if I get scammed for like $150, I'll take the L on that, right? It'll just be a learning experience at that point. But if I get scammed for $2,000, that's like a big, big hit, man. I've joined your fan club for 2 months. Woohoo, Sean Ellis. I don't know what that means. I appreciate it, though. What do you think of MPB? That's what I recommend. MPB, KEH. But one thing that I have to keep in mind that I forget often is that not all of the people that watch my lives are from the United States, and those sites aren't available worldwide. The guy I bought my XS20 from, I added to LinkedIn, and he teaches me how to film videos. Was a good person. Yeah, and you'll have that from time to time. But in my world, as like a content creator, as an influencer, when I'm like sending a message out to the world, generally speaking, I don't want to recommend things to people that could possibly get them scammed, because then my reputation would be impacted, right? So that's why when people ask me, it's like, hey, I saw this deal on Facebook Marketplace for a $4,000 camera that's $1,200. I'm like, I don't have no opinion. Do what you want, you know, go and check it out at your own risk. But when things are too good to be true, it's just what it is. Yeah, I'm in the UK, and I think our main ones are MPB. You guys have MPB in the UK? Interesting. I thought I've heard that MPB isn't available over there, but I could be mistaken. Maple Experience. Yeah, wow, what a great deal. Right. And then to the layman, to people, and they always get the young guys. The young folks that, you know, just because of lack of experience. You know, do you guys remember the scam where they were sending out invites? You know, so you're a new photographer and they say, "Hey, can you film my birthday party? It's on this day. It's in your city. It's like, you know, I'm paying $500." And you, as a new creative, you're like, "Oh my God, it's my first paid gig. Here I go," you know. And then then it starts to feel really weird because they want to send you a check, you know, and like they don't have cash, and they, you know, it just like starts to get really scammy, really, really quick. They have those, dude. I've heard of worse ones, you know, where they want you to pay with gift cards, you know, or they want to pay you with a cashier's check. I've heard of people getting scammed by taking lenses, taking gear and selling it, and then they get held up. Stuff like that happens in places like Arizona. I mean, it happens everywhere, but I've heard a couple stories that happen in Arizona, you know, where you just get jumped. Have you had? No, I've never been scammed. Maple Experience. I've never been. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Any job that I do, I request a $50. I'm sorry, a 50% non-refundable deposit. And if they don't agree to the 50%, then I don't work with them. Have you ever used Canon M series mirror? I have. Sean Ellison, thank you for the Go Popular. Appreciate it. Thanks for the heart me too, bro. Today I went to a local store. I sell stuff and they wanted to film content for their IG. Great. Do it. What kind? I used to have an M50. What was your first personal gig like? It was great, man. I reached out to a friend who was selling jewelry. He was selling like wire wrapped jewelry. And he was using like crystals and stuff. So I reached out to him and he sent me a bunch of stuff and I photographed it. That project I did for free. This was like 6-7 years ago. I did for free. And then that led me to a bunch of other paid work after I delivered those photos. Recommendations. I've done content creation before, but do it, bro. Do it. Why not? Sir, you have a lookalike. Yeah, I know, Daniel. I know. Yeah, he looks like me though. I don't look like him. I'm the original. How long have I been working with cameras? Since 2020, 2019, right around there, right around when COVID happened. Yeah, so 6 years. Jesus. Oh my God. Who is hanging out over on YouTube? 2 concurrent viewers. Whoever you are, thank you so much for hanging out over there. Really trying to grow my YouTube account over there. 4,000 followers is what I'm trying to get, guys. 4,000. We'll get there. We'll get there. What am I currently at? Let's check this out. Currently I'm at 3.74. So I just need 300 more followers. Woohoo! Hey, look, I'm live. So I just need 300 more followers. Woohoo! Oh, that's crazy. Hey, look, I'm live. Maple Experience, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the questions. Appreciate the questions. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. What am I at? 2 hours? 2 hours. Yep. All right, y'all. I am heading out for the night. Maybe I'll be back later on. I appreciate all of you guys here for hanging out on TikTok and the empty room over at YouTube. It's not empty. There's 2 of you guys over there. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I will be back either later on tonight if I feel like it or early in the morning tomorrow. If you're not following already, please consider doing so. Now is your opportunity. Who do we got over there? Julia, I will see you later. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. Everybody else, hasta luego. Toodles.